Hey, everybody. Welcome to Making Connections. It's your girl, Aly. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Listen, the weather is changing, but it feels so nice outside today. So go make sure you go out and get your little sunlight today and yeah, have a good time. So thank y'all for joining us. Y'all know we're here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we're going to go ahead and jump into this interview with my girl, Seven. How are you today?
Hey, Allie, I miss you, girl. It's been about a year for us.
I know, yeah, year for an interview, but I did see you this summer at the Love of Literacy.
Yeah. You
It's,
saw me
it's
there. That was my husband's event.
yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. I loved all the little
Mhm.
authors. They were so cute.
Yeah, he did a good job. As always, he did a good job. I think that's the last time I had talked to you. Is we had only been married for probably like a month or so.
Hmm.
Our year anniversary is gonna be next month. Isn't that crazy? That is like that
Yeah.
went by so fast. So yeah.
Oh, y'all make a cute couple.
Yes, we are learning, we are pushing, we are praying, we are practicing compassion practice is what it's called.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we try to, you know,
I
we're
think it's
learning. I always tell people we're not perfect, but we perfect for each other. So,
there you go. But I
yeah.
think it's so cool because you're both, very community oriented and,
Mhm.
very driven. So I just think it's cool that each one of you have somebody there that can stand with you and push you when you need to and encourage and pray over you. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Yeah. So we doing it.
Yeah. So, I know you are a parent advocate for people who have lost a child or children through gun violence. And I know you have been busy working, not only supporting
Mhm.
your husband and the events he has gone on, but you also have a book out now, Seven Steps to Reset. Is it a book? Is it a journal? What can we expect when we get this?
It is a medium content journal. It is, I didn't want it to be sad because I know people know that I deal with parents. You know, I help parents rebuild after losing a child or a loved one to gun violence. So I didn't want it to be anything sad. What this journal is it's the 7 steps that I took to keep going and to help rebuild me. And so um, I decided to do a book. And this was probably about 3 years ago. And between procrastination and just like, I don't want to do it. I don't feel like those days, Mr. Robinson was like, we're going to get this done. You doing your book today? You writing your book today? You writing today? I was like, man, let me go ahead and just do this because it was something that I wanted to do for my son, but I also wanted to do it because it's so many parents that don't know how to maneuver anymore after losing, a child or a loved one. Um, so I wanted to share what I had learned. And I just combined everything, my 7 steps and I wrote some prayers in there and some encouraging words. And I also give you a space to write what you want to write.
Mhm.
Um, you know, one of the questions I ask is, if you had a chance to talk to your loved one that you lost, like, what would you say? You
Mhm.
know, um, I'm really into affirmations and vibrations because those really help me out doing the first part. Well, it helps me out now. I still do my affirmations, my vibrations when I have downtime. But yeah, so I had an awesome team that believed in me and my vision, and they
Oh,
made it happen for me.
do you have a copy there with you? So you
I
can
do.
show
I do. I do. Seven
Seven
steps.
Steps to Reset.
Yep.
Yes.
And that picture right there, I was actually resetting in Puerto Rico. My husband had taken me to Puerto Rico for 8 days during my cancer journey. And um, one of the ladies on my team, Valerie, she said, "You know what? I like that picture and you were resetting, and I think you should use that as your cover." And I was like,
Mhm.
I said, you know what? I really was resetting. This was right before a huge surgery I was about to have. And I was sitting on the water and I was thinking about my son, talking to my son, talking to God, and all of the 7 steps that I mentioned in my journal, I was doing at that time for 8 days. So I was
Mhm.
running to that water every morning. I was like, Charles, get the chairs. I already got the towels. He was like, "What? It's like 5:30 in the morning." I was like, "I know, but I'm gonna meet you at the beach. The same spot. I'll be there."
Oh, that's so cute.
Puerto
But
Rico's sunrise is uh, something totally different. So
wow. And that the cover does. It looks like
yeah,
peace,
it's
and
awesome.
serenity and like a place you want to be. So, that whether it's a place of serenity, a place of reset, it just looks like, yeah, it's
Yes.
inviting.
Mhm. The lady
Awesome.
got used to us running to the beach in the morning. She was like, "I know." I grabbed my towels. I'm already gone. The crazy part. It was like the beach was right behind where we got our room, and so it was this little alleyway. And my mom's like, "What are you doing? That looks like." I said, "Ma, the beach is right here." Just she was worried about me because it's a little alleyway, but
Yeah.
it led to the beach, and
Yeah.
it was awesome. So I was resetting. So yeah.
Oh, well, awesome. Well, I'm thankful that, because a lot of times, people will go through something, but they keep it to themselves, because, and I'm sure even with you in this 3-year process, and those days when you said, no, I don't feel like doing this, it was just because it brought out so many memories and thoughts and feelings, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It yeah, it's something that it's a roller coaster ride. I always tell people, that's my tagline. We live a life sentence, with no bond. That, and it's just a roller coaster ride. That's the only way I can explain it to you. So, in writing this book, a lot of emotions came out. I mean, some happy, some sad. It was a roller coaster ride, even just writing it. That's why I think that the um, procrastination took place so much because I just didn't want to face or write like certain things. But my encouraging words was I was like, this is gonna, and I have my workplace has they have supported me so much, but I've had like 4 ladies to come to me and hug me and tell me they got the book from me and they're like, I was reading and I got to chapter 3 and I was in tears. And I want to thank you because I was wondering how I was going to get through with my mom, and these things really helped me. And one
Mhm.
lady was like, I could show you right now on my phone, how much I was on Amazon just looking for something to read or some type of book or journal or something to help me, push through. And I think God brought you to me. And I was like, oh, that made me feel so good,
Wow. That's
because
amazing.
so I see that it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do.
Oh, that's amazing. What a
Yeah.
wonderful testimony. And I mean, they're fresh off the press. I mean, you just got them.
What, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's
And I've sold about I've done a lot. I've had a box of 50 and I'm almost done with that box.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
there's been a lot of support and I'm so thankful for that because I think I want to sit home and be an author now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I have a lot that my creativity went with different things, writing and my poetry and my events. And I think I just, Charles encouraged me to, look at that and he's like, this is what you really want to do. This is your passion. So think about if you want to continue. I'm good at what I do, with the bank, but that's not my passion. So
Right. I feel you. I feel you. I can definitely understand that.
yeah.
And so, and I know that today, yesterday was your son's birthday. And so, even with that, what, you know, I mean, because some people think, especially when you haven't been through it, they're like, gosh, are you still, feeling the feel? Well, yeah, that's my loved one. That's my best friend. That's what, you know what I'm saying? And some people think that you should just get over it, but they just don't understand. And so, how was yesterday for you being at his birthday?
Um, I had different feelings going on yesterday. Um, I cried a little, I laughed a little, and my grandson called and he said, "Grandma, can you take me over to where my dad was the last place he was at the barber shop? Can you take me over there so I can release some balloons for him?" And I was like, I can. And I went and found some happy birthday balloons, but I was looking at the time and I was like, it's getting ready to be dark in an hour or so. And finding balloons is like, I found one store that had balloons. I don't know what this thing is with this helium going on, but it's been a while for not being able to get helium at certain stores. So anyway, I found this store that had balloons, and I went and picked them up. And my grandson is having a really hard time with his dad not being here, and so I gave him the balloons, and because I was rushing, I had bought because he wanted me to get some cards and he wanted to put them on the cards, but I was rushing, I forgot. So grandma had to make it happen any kind of way. So I had a tablet in the back of the car and I had some pens. And of course, Miss Robinson had some pens. So you know what? I said, Kyrie, I said, Grandma forgot the cards. I said, but what I want you to do is I want you to write something to your dad on this piece of paper, and I made my own hole and I brought the string through and I connected it to the balloon. And what he wrote, I put it on a balloon and I tied it up. And everybody, me and Charles and my grandson, we
Mm,
we um we connected it to the balloon, and I parked in the same spot that he was in. And yeah, and we got out and Charles said a prayer and I went first, and then Charles, and then Kyrie. We all of us wrote a note and tied it to the string of the balloon, and we released it. And we watched it go up in the air, and I took some pictures, and I took pictures of him and Charles because, God like placed him in my life for a reason, and one of those reasons was for my grandson because he needs a positive figure along with my son, my other son, to be able to talk to and tell how he feels. And him and Charles, they have went to different places to play games, and so he everything was right on time, everything was right on time. So that was my yesterday, and I hugged my grandson and I held him and I told him that I loved him and his dad loves you. And I said, your dad is out here with us. You can't see him, but anytime you feel like you want to talk to him, you I'm actually I wasn't thinking, but I'm gonna give him, you know, my journal so that way he can write in it,
yeah.
even if he doesn't really understand everything, he can maybe ask his mom, or, you know, he can write in it. So
Yeah.
I said I was going to go over there today and talk to him and give it to him and explain to him why I wrote it, and, that this is a journal that he can write his feelings in. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry to make you cry,
No,
but
he, my
I
son
do
is
like the
family.
journal that you said, is for different ages and different stages, because,
Right.
yeah, the children are going through, they miss their parents, they miss their loved
Mhm.
one. They know, but they don't understand yet. Maybe they don't know how to express their feelings. So, yeah,
Mhm.
and, not sure who to talk to. So, writing is definitely therapeutic.
Absolutely. So that was my yesterday. It was kind of quiet, like I said, up until my grandson called and he wanted to go do that. And, you know, I don't know. It's been 6 years and it's thought about every day for me, but, it makes me want to go harder, or justice, because we did have our trial finally about 3 weeks ago, for my son, and there was no justice. We found that Mecklenburg County is about pleas, and if they will accept a plea, then that's good for them. Um, that means that they win, and that means that people get promotions. And it's not about justice for these families and these mothers and fathers that are, living a life sentence, and we haven't even committed a crime, you
Right.
know.
So, talk
So
about that statement, living a life sentence. What does that mean to you?
a life sentence to me means, there is no more anything. Everything is over. When you take someone, you not only took that person, but you took a family. You took a brother, a uncle. There's no more Christmas. There's no more um, birthdays.
Mhm.
There's no more anything. We just had, hopefully, the family has pictures that they can, when my grandson calls and he says, Grandma, can you tell me something about my dad? Because I just don't remember him because he was only 3 at the time. You
Mhm.
know, that's a life sentence for me, because if I, you know, if I didn't have any pictures of my son, I can only just now tell him about past memories that I have, and, you know, share pictures, and just memories that I have. But that's a life sentence to me, is just everything is just over. And I can never see my son again. And for us to go to court and still get no justice, that's part of that life sentence too,
Right.
is no justice, no son, no justice, no more memories, no more anything. So, and it's for the rest of my life.
Right.
There
Right.
is no temporary, get out and he's coming back or anything. He's never coming back. So, the same way that someone is put in jail and they can never get out for a life sentence, well, I can never have my son back again. I can never make any more memories with him.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's 3 little people that, have questions, uh, and they're missing him.
Right.
And he has 2 daughters that, you know, they're gonna need their dad at some point to talk about a boyfriend, when they get to that age. If it's left up to me, though, they'll probably be like 25 or 30 before they can have boyfriends. But
Just throwing it out there, Jake.
just throwing it out there, just saying. So,
Oh,
but
Lord.
that is that's my life sentence.
Right, right, definitely.
So
But I wanted you to, share that because, people hear that and they're like, oh, well, but no, I mean, think about it. Like you said, I mean, even the person who commits the crime, even if they do
Yeah.
get sentenced for 2 or 3 years, two
Right,
or
because
three years,
those
they
are the sentences that are coming out right now, are 2 to 3 years. Not a one of my angel moms have gotten justice. Not any of us. So, um, Allie, can you actually see me good? Do I need to turn on a light or something in here?
no, I can see you good.
You okay? Okay, because I open up the window, but
If you
um,
feel like you need to turn one on, though, you can.
hold on, let me
Yeah,
see.
I know how the sun goes, in and out throughout the day. So
Okay, I think it moved. It was pretty bright. Okay, I'm sorry.
oh no, you're good. So
So,
tell
yeah.
us a little bit more about, in case it's somebody's first time, being introduced to Seven Robinson. Tell us a little bit about your organization and what you do.
Okay, so I am Seven Robinson. I am the executive director of MM2K, Mommy's Matter to Kyrie. Mommy's Matter to Kyrie. We are a not-for-profit organization that concentrates on providing information and knowledge to parents that have lost a child or a loved one to gun violence or violent crime.
Hmm.
I do events throughout the community. We are getting ready to have I think this will be my third year with the Angel Mommy Brunch. I usually do that in South Carolina, a beautiful restaurant. Um, I'll be posting some pictures about that soon, that we've taken in the past, but I am looking at November 25th being the date for um, the Angel Mommy Brunch. So if you know any angel moms, any other angel moms, please, reach out to me on Facebook, Seven Robinson, and let me know so I can add you to the list. The brunch is a free brunch. I have um, family members and friends and those that support. They donate, they pay for the mom's brunch, and so it is free for you. Um, I also will have in January the Mecca Mommy March again. This will be, I believe, my fourth year. Um, and so I want to do things a little bit different this year with the Mega Mommy March. I really want everyone to be a part of the Mega Mommy March this year. I want you to come out with your family. I want you to come out with your friends. I want you to come out with your pictures. I want, um, I really want to fill up Romare Bearden Park. Um, the numbers are not going down. We're not getting any justice. And I think enough is really enough. Um, this year was I won't say kind of, this year was really important to me because I got a chance to see how many um, angel moms and dads that didn't get any justice,
Hmm.
and including myself. Um, the pleas have to stop. We have to start being intentional about these murderers and what they're doing. I had the DA to ask me, well, Miss Robinson, I don't understand why you want to um, go to court when we told you that we don't think it's going to work out in your favor. Well, you're not his
Wow.
parent. I am, and I want to at least try because you had enough information from Facebook, from text, from a lot of different resources that I feel like we would have gotten a murder charge.
Hmm.
This is why Mecklenburg has a revolving door of murderers who keep going in and out of jail. This boy will clearly showed in his record that he was locked. well, he had 16 charges in the year of 2017. You let him out, and then he killed my son. So, what you gave him was a manslaughter charge, was like spitting in my face. Um, After he put 7 bullets in my son as he sat in his car. And as I told the judge, I'm not an attorney, but when I looked up the definition of murder and manslaughter, murder is intentional, manslaughter is not. And putting a bullet in the back of my son's head first, and then going to the front of the car and putting 6 more in his body,
Oh yeah,
um,
that's intentional.
that's intentional. Absolutely.
My lord.
So, for you to give him a manslaughter charge was like spitting in my face. And I, it's enough mothers out here that have shed enough tears, fathers, and enough people that have lost loved ones to this nonsense, this senseless gun violence. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, what more? I'm sure it would have been a different scenario if it would have been one of their loved ones. I'm sure.
Hmm.
So, you know, I really want to make a difference this year with the Mega Mommy March, and I really want everyone to come out and participate and talk about your loved one and show their pictures. And, we can sit on the couch all day, um, Allie, and, say, oh, the gun violence, oh, the gun violence. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to be a part of the solution?
That's what I was gonna say. What else can we do? I mean, who do we need to write? What do we need to do? What are some of the other, things that we can do to make a difference or to get your voices heard even louder?
Well, I know last year, or, we talked about, well, at the beginning of the year, we talked about going to Raleigh. During that time, I was back and forth in the hospital with my medical things going on. But I am cancer free. Thank you, God. I am cancer free. Let me say that one more time. I am cancer free.
Yes, Lord. Come on.
And we are now really being intentional about going to Raleigh. There is a letter that I have, and I am going to start sending this letter out. And it's a template, and I just need, people to sign it. I haven't gotten it out just yet, but I will be sending it out. And we are going to Raleigh in January. And so we are going to sit down and talk to some people. I don't want to go to Raleigh and just to be going. I don't want to hold up any signs. I don't want to, um, kind of maybe see some people. I really want to have my ducks in order, to be able to sit down and talk with some people to make a difference.
Right.
Um, and that's where my husband comes in. He's on it. He's really he's really being intentional about, us talking with some people that legislators that
Yeah.
that we need to talk to make a difference,
Right.
because that um not just my case, just like I told the judge, I'm begging for you all to start making some changes, not just for me, but for all of us angel moms and dads. They're coming through your court, and all you're doing is saying, hey, let's play him out. Hey, let's play him out. Hey, let's play him out. And it's already, I started the hashtag in 2017 with no bond for murder, because I have never seen that before, mm,
Yeah.
where somebody is able to get out on a bond that took somebody's life. I've never seen that, because in Connecticut and Virginia, when you take someone's life, you go and you sit down for a long time. So
Mhm.
I've never seen that, but I get here and this situation happened, and I'm like, what? So yeah,
Wow. But yeah, I definitely, agree with you. Talking to the legislators who know, okay, what do you have to do to make a law change, you know? Because a lot of times, you know, we want stuff different and we might send a letter, but that letter may not be what we need to do. You know, it might be something else.
Right.
It might be getting so many petition names or whatever on a petition. So definitely
Right.
knowing what does it take to get these laws changed. Yeah,
Right.
that's major. So
Yeah.
I applaud you
So,
for, you know, being a trailblazer. You know, I know it's
mm,
not easy, but I'm glad you're doing it because I know it's from the heart. But I want to tell you,
mm,
Tanya Hardin's on, and she's like, she'll be there, and she said, yeah, no plea for murder, no bond for murder. She gives a website, I think. I don't have what I've dropped my glasses on the floor, y'all. Man, y'all know I can't
mm.
read good, but she was applauding you for being cancer free. So
Yeah, that's my trooper. She called. She kept in touch with me through the whole ordeal. So that's my trooper.
yeah, and so you know it is breast cancer awareness month. So you
It
know
is.
you want to
I
talk
take up the whole month.
about.
I take up
Listen,
the whole month.
I've been telling everybody, listen, it's I mean that's just the month that we bring awareness, but really take care of yourself 365 days. You know, so
Absolutely.
you can tell us a little bit about your journey with that if you like, and then I'm gonna move into your boxes that you have.
Okay. So you said my cancer journey. I mean, what I can say about that real quick is I need women to go get checked. I would have never, ever, ever, ever thought that I would have gotten the news of breast cancer. Like I would have never thought that. And I sat on my couch one day and I was crying and I said, God, don't you think it's enough that I don't have my son?
Mhm,
And I'm an open book. And this is just what I said. And I heard him say, well, don't you see it's me? And I said, no, I don't see it's you.
mhm,
It can anything else like, but then you know what? I heard him say, you know what? Any woman that you come across, you're going to be able to connect to them. And then I sat back and I thought about everything because see, breast cancer is part of my puzzle and my testimony. Losing a son from gun violence is part of my testimony and my puzzle. But also, domestic violence is part of my testimony and puzzle. That's why I say I take up the whole month. So,
mhm.
domestic violence is this month as well.
Right.
And then on top of that, molestation as a child is part of my testimony and my puzzle. So all four, I can't tell you one without telling you the other, if
Mhm,
that makes sense. I have to tell you about all four. So um, that was just something that it was a long journey. And, I cried and I said, God, I haven't been anyone's wife yet. No one's going to want to talk to me. No one's going to want to be, I mean, just not feeling like a woman
mhm.
because that
Come
breast
on.
cancer stuff is mentally, it will destroy you if you let it.
Mhm,
Um, but what I can say is God is amazing, and He sent me a husband right in the midst of all of that. And I can't be any thankful for it. Like he took care of me. I mean, if anything, God knows I hope nothing ever happens to my husband and we are together forever. But if something ever happens, I can say that I know what true love really is.
mhm.
And a lot of women can't say that, but he
Right.
took care of me. So um to get blessed with a husband right in the middle of breast cancer, like, oh no, God be doing some really good things.
He is amazing. I
He
know,
is amazing. So,
but
but I
he knew
say get
you were
checked.
worthy too. He knows his children. He knows your his child, and your heart and what you needed, and he came through.
He came through, yes, at the right time. And I
Yeah,
would just tell ladies, just all get checked, especially if you're over 40, get checked. Because a lot of times you can have something behind something and you can't see it. Go get checked. Like, especially, if you're like my age, I'm getting ready to be 53 next month, and just get checked. um, be intentional about getting checked too. Don't brush it off, because I brush mine off for a month or so, and if I would have waited longer, that
yeah,
just would have been an even harder journey for me to get through. But yes, get checked, and be intentional about it. So
yeah. So we got some ladies on here, and Tanya says, "Get your boobies squeezed." She said it was your first lady journey. I guess y'all know what that means. My cousin Michelle says he's an on time God. And
yes,
Portia says powerful testimony.
thank
Lord, y'all
you,
gonna make me find my glasses because y'all was really typing today. So they showing up to support you.
thank you. So, and
God's
you,
tangible love and grace on display. Yes, that's from Miss Massey.
thank you.
Yeah.
So
So
you asked
definitely,
me about the boxes, right?
yeah, definitely going into the boxes because,
Oh,
again, here you are, your creativity, and you're thinking about the things that took you through, and you're like, hey, I want to help somebody else along the way. So tell me about your
mhm.
boxes and,
So,
why you created those.
okay. So I have these boxes called breathe boxes. And my breathe boxes are boxes that contain tools to help those who go through what I go through: panic attacks, stress, anxiety attacks, um, you know, um, just not being able to relax.
Mhm.
I've included 10 different things within this box that will help you with relaxing, and will help you with when you get a little panicky. Um, I don't want to really say what's in the boxes,
Okay. Yeah.
but those boxes are, um, I'll mention a few things. We have really soft socks. I don't know what it is about really soft socks to
Yeah.
put them on to make that makes you comfortable, but these really soft socks I included. I
I like
also,
socks. They make me so.
yeah,
They make me feel comfortable.
yes, and I have soap balm. That's one of the items in there. And there are different kinds. Um, and I'll mention another one, like some squeeze balls with encouraging messages on them, you know. Um, yeah, so you'll have to buy the box to see the rest of
Yeah.
the things.
Uh-oh.
They are it's yeah, they're really nice. And so I just wanted to make something, because these are the things that I have gone through. These are the things that I still go through. Um, but they are really good tools to help you with those type of things. Anxiety, like I said, anxiety, stress, panic attacks, uh the stress balls
Yeah.
that are in there. A lot of times when I'm at work, I use my stress balls because I don't know, I'm in a goal type of oriented type of position at the bank. So I get a little stressed out with them goals and them numbers, and I get a little panicky, and I got to take out my squeeze balls and start.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have the encouraging words on them. So, just looking at I can do it, or I am. Those I'm big. That's part of my book. Those affirmations, I am, because there's nothing after I am. I am strong. It's nothing after that. I am strong. I
Right.
am, so I'm very big on I am. So yeah, Yeah, those are some of the things that are in there, but those
So y'all
breathe
got
boxes are good.
so y'all got your little teaser about what's in the box, but I love it because, like you said, you know, somebody might think, well, I haven't really lost anybody to gun violence, but this box is for anybody, any
For
situation.
anybody,
You
right?
know,
Because
you can
everybody
do
is
this.
stressed out.
Yeah,
Everybody gets stressed out at one point or another, whether it's your kids, your job, or just everyday life, bills, whatever. Everybody gets
exactly.
stressed out. Yes. Um, and anxiety can take over and you not even know that it's anxiety. I didn't even know what anxiety was until I saw my mom drive away and knew that I was going to be here by myself after my son. So I
Mhm.
didn't even know what it was. I went to the doctor and I was like, I don't know why my stomach is feeling the way it is, and I don't know why my heart is beating fast, and you know, and
Yeah,
he was like, that's anxiety, and I was like, oh, okay. So just
I would say
um,
many more people deal with that than they think. Like you said, you just think, oh, maybe I ate something wrong, or maybe I just have a stressful day. But when you start feeling these feelings on a regular, and you really can't do anything to stop it, you know, then you have to look into, okay, what's really happening here? What's
right.
the situation that's causing this? What do I need to change when this happens? So yeah,
Right. And another thing too is
let me get my glasses. Keep talking.
another thing too, Allie, is when you grow up in a a black family, an African American family, whatever you want to call it, we are raised to just push through. We don't we're not taught about anxiety, and
Right,
we just got to push through everything. We pray and we push through, and that's
right.
all that we're taught. But there's some things. I am so team therapy now. Ooh,
Hey,
we're not taught about
man,
going to
look,
therapy and things like that. Your grandma, your mom, just pray and push through, and you're good. And you just So I've learned these different coping mechanisms to help other people, and yeah. So the prayer along with the affirmations and the vibrations and the conversations and the meditations and
yeah.
the congregations and all of that, that's what I talk about in my book. So all
Um,
7 of them: prayer, affirmations, vibrations, conversations, observations, meditation, and congregation. Those are the 7 things that help me push through. So
okay. I like that, First Lady.
thank
So
you.
it says, real Sylvia Stitt Smith says, real stories for the very real issues we face. Thank you for sharing your truth. Tanya is again, I continue to pray for mommies that have lost their sons. I'm grateful for you all. And she said she started therapy last week and she's feeling great about it.
Yes, yes.
Honey,
Um,
y'all better know. I tell people, I come on the show all the time and be like, you can have Jesus and the therapist. And,
right.
listen, and you can have more than one therapy because one might
Yeah,
be for business, one might be for you, one might be for grief. I mean, you knew what you need to do. There's
yeah,
no shame in getting help. I still don't understand why we'll go to a medical doctor, for something, but when it gets a little bit deep and they're like, well, it's not maybe medical, it might be, your feelings, your emotions, then we'll be like, oh, I'm good. No, you're not good
right. Or
because
they
these
think, or they
emotions.
feel like, oh, if I go to a therapist, oh my God, that's gonna make me be crazy. They're gonna think I'm crazy. Well, think I'm crazy, honey, because I need to see Tanya every Thursday.
Thank you. And if you don't go, that's when you're going to be crazy. I had a therapist on, it's probably a couple of years ago, but she talked about, some things can start, as anxiety or what, but it's when you don't deal with it that it can turn into depression, that it can
Oh yeah.
get
Oh
into
yeah.
a manic situation. So, it's
Yeah.
just time out. We're in 2023. It's so much going on in this world. It's
Yeah.
okay not to be okay every day.
It's okay not to be okay. My one of my angel moms, she has a journal. She actually was one of my angel moms that I met, and she has a journal that's it's okay not to be okay.
Hmm.
So yeah.
And the thing about it is, when you say it's okay not to be okay, you're acknowledging that you're not okay. But we don't want you to stay not okay.
Right.
We
And
want you to be able to get that help. We want you to be able to acknowledge, hey, I do need to talk to somebody, or
hmm
this bothered me because for me, I always thought grief was when somebody died. And so I had some friends and, some people I was around quite often. And two of them moved to New York, and one moved to another place, or I think she got married. And so she, was doing her thing. And I was going through grief. And like the therapist I was talking to, she said, I'm just going to name some things and you let me know when it hits you. And when she said grief, I was like, yeah, that one hit me. I felt it when you said that. But I didn't
hmm
think I would be great. I mean, I can still talk to them. I know they're away, but it's a difference. I had lost a communication with them that I was used to. So grief is not just death. But it's a loss of something, right?
Right. And I always tell people, Allie, too, it's okay to mourn your loved one. I actually learned this from my pastor. She said, Seven, it's okay to mourn, but it's not okay to stay stuck in that grief, because grief will have you where you don't want to get out the bed, you don't want to be bothered with people, and you'll be stuck. So it's okay to mourn your loved one and mourn your son, but don't get stuck in the grief, because the grief will have you, not wanting to be around people, not getting up out of the bed, not wanting to socialize. And, so that is what I stand by. And that's what I tell my angel moms when I'm talking to them, when I first meet them. Like, I understand I understand. And
Mhm.
it's so, you can't tell anybody, um, not to you can't make that statement to not mourn. You can mourn but not stay in the grief part, unless you've been through what we've been through. Like, like, you can't tell anybody, hey, well, don't drink unless you've been drunk before, or don't do drugs unless you've been high before. So you can't tell me about anything when it comes to the loss, because unless you've been through that, then I understand. And it's work to, just the same way as I used to ask people, well, why do you all say marriage is work? I feel like if you love the person, it should be just, everything should just be
You just
fine.
wake up every day and be like, oh, there's my prince.
Oh,
Oh,
now I know what that work is. It is work. You're being with another person, learning, you know, just different things about them, and just it is work. And it's the same thing with not staying in that grief, and just making your child or your loved one, making their legacy, and just whatever happened, just being out there and being a part of it to make a solution,
right.
um, and not just being stuck on your couch saying, "Oh, look at the gun violence. It's terrible out there." I don't, was I always in it? No, but it had to knock on my door, and I always say, um, you don't want it to knock on your door, because it's a different type of knock.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm. Wow.
yeah.
Let's see. My pastor says have a Bible in one hand and a therapist in the other.
hmm
Exactly. She says I'm grieving being considered disabled. I am. She says, "Grieving being considered disabled." It's an eye opener. Pastor Jamila Gooden, is that the name?
That's where I got it from.
Okay. And then Miss Massey came back and says, grief will consume you, and it really will.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. Pastor Jamila Good. Pastor Jamila is the one that I got that from. She said, Seven, you cannot stay in grief. And so I took that and I ran with it, Auntie.
Yes, and I just, That's why, some days I tell people all the time, I said, right before the show comes on, I'll be like, I think this is going to be my last week of doing this. Because, I mean, it's a lot that goes behind the scenes, getting it prepared and, being on time and all the stuff. But then it's like, once I finish an interview, I'm like, oh no, there's a reason for this platform. There's a reason
Mhm.
to be here. And I keep coming back because these conversations are so needed in our community.
And they
People
are.
reminded, it's okay. You're not the only one going through. My going through might look different than you're going through, but we can't
Mhm.
go through. We can't overcome. You're still 6 years later crying over your son, but you're living and you're helping somebody else live through their grief.
Yeah.
So, these conversations are very necessary. And I thank you for sharing your truth and,
Yeah.
being willing to share your tears.
Yeah. This is how I heal, to be honest with you. This is how I heal by, you know, doing my events and, talking with angel moms and dads and, you know, helping in the community and just, so this is my healing. That's how I heal.
Yeah. So, show us your book again. Tell everybody where they can find it. They're
Okay.
not, on site in your area where they can.
Yeah, so if this is it, 7 steps to reset, and it is available on Amazon. If you're in Charlotte, I mean, I have books on hand, but if you want to order from Amazon, you can. It is on Amazon. Just um, put in the title, or you can put in my name, Seven Robinson, and it should come up. But yeah, this is
Yes, so
it.
take note of the spelling for the book and her name, Sevhn. That's even the 7 steps of reset is Sevhn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So um,
And how can they get your boxes?
the boxes, if you want to, those boxes are pretty new. So if you want to email me, you can email me at mm2k, the number 7, at Yahoo, and or email me, the same thing, mm2k 7, no, I'm sorry, Yahoo is the email, and I have a website as well, mm2k7.com, and my number is on there too. So my number is on my business cards, and it's 704-299-6501. So if you want a box, just call me, or email me, or you can go onto my website. Um, but yeah, so
Ah,
um, that is it.
M2. Yes, Tanya, she's putting all the information. Thank you.
I mean that it's on my cards,
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
my card is all over Charlotte anyway.
Okay.
So, and that 6501 number is my office number. So I answer that the majority of the time. So that's
Okay.
fine. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine, Tanya. It's fine. The
Oh, no. I'm
6501 number is fine.
I appreciate her putting it out there. So I'll definitely in the description of the video put the link to the Amazon link. Or
Hmm.
Tanya, you can get that too if you want to put it in there. So everybody
Yeah.
can have the link to know where to order the book.
Yeah.
But definitely, reach out. She has a lot of events coming up, a lot of things. So for your organization and even for the events you have coming up, what do you need? You know,
Ooh, I need people to be there. That's what I need. It is, I need people to be there. For us to have so many um, children, I mean, from the ages of Isaiah in his grandmother's home, only 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old, to the grandmother who was picking up her daughter from a child's party. It does not matter what your age, your gender, your race, it does not matter. These bullets don't have no names on them. I want everyone to be there. That's what I need, is for you to be there and fill up Romere Bearden Park so that we can say enough is enough, and take a stance for your loved one instead of, just sitting on your couch complaining, because that's not doing anything. Come with us to Raleigh. We don't want to just go by ourselves, just me and my husband. We want to go with those that are intentional about making a difference,
Right.
with this senseless gun violence, because it's out of hand. It's not getting out of hand, it's already out of hand. So, you know, just to kind of share something real quick, just yesterday, just being in that area, because I know how many murders have been in that area that my son was murdered in. Because the sun was going down, I was just my anxiety was on 1,000,
Mm,
because I just didn't, even though we were out there just for something um, as simple as just a balloon release for my grandson. I'm looking around. I'm like, my husband is praying, but I wouldn't even close my eyes just because I was literally scared,
right.
and what else do you need for it to knock on your door? Get involved before that, you know? That's basic. That's what I need, for everyone to be there. Churches, leaders, community leaders, small children, teenagers. I need for you to bring your friend's friend, your mama's friends and your dad's friends and everybody else, so that this way we can take a stance and really, you know, um, just be intentional about the difference that we want to make. Um, you know, because I mean, what are we gonna do about this? No justice.
Wow.
We're just gonna keep just letting the DAs and Mecklenburg judges just give
Right.
everybody a plea, just
And I
gonna plea
mean,
everybody out.
and with that, I mean, do they have to go to any classes? I mean, there's no type of reform.
Well, I want to know the classes, because if it's some classes I need to go, because I have not seen a family get justice.
Wow.
I mean, one of my angel moms, she's really well known in the community. I mean, when you have somebody not only murder your son but shoot at you too, and they get to walk free, I mean,
Wow.
what what has to happen?
Right. Right.
I mean, this is just it's just out of hand at this point. So I'm angry, and I'm an open book. I'm angry, um, because you know, at least if you would have tried him as what he is, a murderer,
Right.
at least I could have said, well, they did try. You
Right.
didn't even do that. You didn't even do that.
Right.
So I'm mad about I'm really angry about what's going on here. It's just out of hand and it's sad, and we have to do something. So
All right. Well, Miss Seven, I appreciate you as always. Make sure you keep me abreast of everything that's going on so I can, share it during the different shows,
yeah,
share your flyers, all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Just keep me posted on what's going on, and I'll be as present as I can be.
yes,
Um,
you always support me.
yeah,
Thank
but
you.
hopefully I can be boots on the ground this time in the park.
Yes,
But we are making connections with Aly. We are here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. And we do a fun replay on Thursdays at 7 p.m. So, depending on a season or something going on, we'll replay some good footage from previous shows. So make sure, listen, y'all, we're trying to get to 1,000 followers. We're almost there. We're at we're at 698. So we're trying to get to 1,000 followers before the end of the year. I think we can do it. All you have to do is invite two of your friends to come follow the page, because we know that the algorithm for Facebook, spreads the information to more eyes and ears, the more followers you have. And so that's why I'm passionate about getting there, not just because of the numbers, but because I want more people to be able to hear Seven's story. I want more people to be able to get involved and to know that there's a mission out there that they can help with. So that's why I'm passionate about that. But that we're here, follow the page, turn on your notifications, subscribe to the YouTube channel, what have you. If you want to be a guest on the show, you can go to that link, calendly.com/ making connections TV. Pick a date and time. Well, the times are there, but pick a date. And then, one of us will get back to you and we'll go from there about your topic. So, again, Seven, thank you so much. I know you got to get back, but any
Mhm.
last words before we leave?
Yes. Be there, be there, be there. It's gonna be the second Saturday in January. Be there. Um, just stay on top of my events. Get my book, 7 Steps to Reset. It is definitely a keeper. This is a keeper journal. It's gonna help you be positive and push through and move through and be able to just be able to maneuver through every day.
Yeah.
So yes, just be there. Um,
And y'all
and
know it's
thank
the
you.
holiday season, so this
Yes,
is
get
good
one
for
for
this.
one of your friends. Get one
Mhm.
for one of your friends, your mom, your dad. They for men too.
Come
Yes,
on. Yeah. And a box,
yes.
I mean, you can
They
take
are for
Christmas
children.
shopping.
Look, I made this where your 12-year-old can be able to read this, read a prayer, read encouraging words. A 12-year-old could have this journal and understand. So, yes, this
Get the
is
book.
get
All
the book.
right, Seven. Well, thank you so
All
much,
right.
and I will be in touch soon. And
All
you
right.
guys, like I said, here every Saturday, Monday. Go to the Facebook page, follow the page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, as always, we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Have a great day, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you. Goodbye.